Hello, everyone, and welcome to another podcast from D-Man. That's who I am. So, the last couple of weeks, they're building a building outside at the side of the house. A really nice little. It's going to be a 3-car garage. It's already got the building. Like, it just kind of sounds like, hey, they're building a building, right? They're building like this building that's going to be like a garage, and it's going to be a floor of just an office, and then they're gonna have it underground. So it's kind of like a 2.5 floor thing, right? So it's awesome. It's awesome. It looks good. So they've got the wrapping outside of the building done, and they got the roofing done just in time. Like just today, earlier today, it was snowing, so they got that on at least. Probably it may melt tomorrow. Who knows? The weather's supposed to be. I'm hoping for the next day that can be nice and warm, or else we'll have to just live with it for another month or 2, 3, 4, whatever months. So that's what's going on. So I'm just chilling out on the computer tonight, doing some just cleaning up my computer and getting rid of files I don't need and that kind of thing, cleaning up my computer space and stuff, which is all everyone does anyways. I got some garbage tossed out and that kind of stuff because tomorrow's garbage day, right? Well, not for everyone, but for me, for my area, they used to have it on Tuesday, and I'm so used to the Tuesday, so I'm like, oh, Monday, you don't have to worry about it, Tuesday, you gotta do it, right? And then it comes to like Sunday night, I'm like, oh shit, I gotta start putting the garbage away. I'm not so used to that. Like, but actually, it's been moved to Monday, but it also has been changed so that it's not like one week it's garbage, the next week it's recycling. It's all one week, or one day. So, like, so the guy, instead of having 2 trucks, like one will come in at like 7 o'clock in the morning, the other one will come in at like 2 or 3 in the afternoon, or whatever it is. This one will just be this whole same truck. Get it all, because people were getting in the chair, like, you know, we're tired of having like this leftover because we forgot or whatever, you know. So people were tired of that, so they changed it over to the Monday, just for my region, like not my whole region, but like just like, you know, like just my neighborhood, I guess. They have different zones, like Embro, north of Embro is like zone 3 and something, and like north of they're all zoned off, right? So they have different zones, have different day, right? So Wednesday might be one, you know, they all have different days. Ours right now, the area I'm in, is on Monday for Oxford County. So enough with that. So now we don't have to be like, okay, so which week is what? You just have to put them all out there at the same time. So put all my garbage out. That's good. All done. So everything's going good. I was trying to do a video for the webcam for Windows Movie Maker, but it wouldn't allow me to record a video, which is odd because I know so many years I've been doing videos out of my computer, like my regular computer, the view out of my computer, and like I've done it for so many years. And I don't know why it's not working, but for now I'm just gonna have to do an audio podcast, which I haven't done in a bazillion years, and I don't want to upload it long. So I just wanted to update everyone how I'm doing well. Still alive. I'm just, you know, like I said, I'm just cleaning. I went to Ontario South Help Network on Friday, did some bingo, and there's a photo on Twitter, if you follow me on Twitter, that shows like I was like 3 away from winning a prize, and I'm like, oh, I couldn't go back to the next game. I'm like, oh. So I usually just pull up my tablet and play games or something, right? So everything's alright. It's good. We're all good. We're doing well. What else is there to say? Family's doing well. Everyone seems to be doing really, really well. And hopefully everyone is doing good. Um, I'm gonna print out some photos and stick them onto my wall. Just photos that I like or screenshots that I like. I've got some screenshots on my wall, like not my wall, like my Facebook wall, my actual wall, and just a nice little, looks like my Facebook wall, but it's like the photo. And anyways, so you'd have to see that. You have to see some of my videos to see that. Maybe I'll do a video on the next little while with my tablet. Charging it right now. So if you own run Flight Sim 9, good to know that there's a module out there called Flight 1 module, and it will do. It just says is a very basic tool that implements mouse-based zooming, panning, eye point adjustments, including the ability to move your eye point beyond limits imposed by Flight Simulator. This feature is good to stroll about virtual cabins, which was cool because on my flight I was doing a Yellowknife to Calgary flight in the Dash 8 Q400, the Air Canada. It used to be called Jazz. It used to be a big airline called Jazz, a subsidiary called Jazz. Now it's Air Canada Express. And as I just sort of rolled my in the middle of the mouse, the little roll thing, rolled all the way back into the cabin and looked out the window. I'm like, what? So I could do that. I'm thinking of doing that like on a longer flight, where I can look out the window and pretend I'm a passenger, and look. And so it pretty much it's just like FSX. You know how you click on FSX, you can click on one side and it'll allow you to go all the way around and up and down, and it just turns FS9 into FSX. I mean, this says da 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 da, but it basically turns it into FSX. Like, so you can zoom in and zoom out, and it's good for like the panel. I think it says here virtual cockpit. You can shift or control, and you hit your mouse scroller thingy. It can go all the way to the left or all the way to right. So if you want to move over to the co-pilot seat, you can if you want. Go from that view. It's just amazing. And guess what? I mean, you're probably thinking here, oh, it's got to be at least, with all those additives, it's got to be at least 10, 15, 20 bucks. Let me give this to you. What would you think it was priced at? Well, think again. It's FREE. It's free. And it's simple to download. It's not like it's like all over the place files you have to do. All you have to do is move that file over to the Flight Sim 9 modules folder. And then once you go into Flight Sim, start doing read the instructions, because you're going to need it. But read that, all the, like, how to modes of operation, virtual cockpit, pan mode, all those kind of things. And then you'll notice a difference. You won't notice too much. But if you click and scroll around or zoom out, it'll be amazing, man. Cockpit view, you got tower view, virtual cockpit, spot view, pan mode, and top down view have controls for that. It's simple, it's free, it's amazing, and I cannot believe what it does. Like, it just amazes me. I can't believe it, man. This is the first audio where I haven't done, like, where we've gone, oh, that was, I'm actually pretty good with this one. I've just been doing cleaning up with my computer area and that kind of stuff, and I'm going to continue to do that. I mean, I know that usually it's Friday night when I start cleaning, and sometimes it's even with the computer stuff, with like cleaning files and getting rid of programs I don't want and that kind of stuff, and getting more room in my computer. Eventually I'm going to look at buying a new, not a new computer, but a new hard drive. It's like at one point in time I was like, oh, I'm going to have to buy a new computer and get a new hard drive or get a, whatever, but I found out that there's a converter that goes from ATA to SATA, or some of them I found that go all over, like ATA, SATA, PSI, whatever it is, those different ones. So you just stick them in and you're good. So I'm looking at maybe eventually buying a T1, like a not T1, 1T, 1 terabyte or 2 terabyte hard drive that would give me enough for downloading, getting music or even most of my files that I download, 90% of them are flight sim, and so if that's 10%, the rest would be either music or pictures. But that's not downloading though. I think most of them are flight sim. Flights. Okay, let's go. No, let's go 90. Let's go 50-50. 50% would be flight sim, and 50% would be like images or other stuff, like miscellaneous stuff. Because I believe to the fullest that it could be 50 to 60 to 80% of the stuff that I download is flight sim. And don't forget that I have FS95 on my computer as well. I fit that on my computer as well. I do once in a while. I'll load in, and I'll be like, "Oh, that's cool." Take a screenshot or whatever. I did a video once where I loaded it in, and I did a video of like taking off at Meigs and doing like a strong, like in a tri-pacer, strong turn left, and coming back into the land, and it's really good. And they did it on Orbix. Orbix is most FSX, but Orbix someone did a video, Matt Davies or something, someone on YouTube did a video of showing they came up with a scenery that has like Meigs as it was, and Meigs as it is now, like a park. So you can fly over it and be like, oh, that's the park. If you want to do that, I'm gonna keep in Flight Simulator 2004. I'm gonna keep it as Meigs, like, so I can land in it, because you don't get to, like, nowadays no one gets to fly in there. The only people that actually can fly in there are people who have computers that have good enough flight simulations. So, I think everything's going good here. So, doing well, doing a lot of good flights. I did. What I'm looking for, trying to get someone to do, is for American Virtual. I don't have the 777. I have the default 777, and I don't have a texture yet for 777 for American, the new. So I just don't have that. So I might try to do it, like at least get the paint on the color on there, and just use that for a test. I don't think it's gonna matter. But anyways, I know there's Post Guy. There's a couple there with Post Guy, but I don't have the Post Guy. And I think it might at times fit my computer, because there's times where I have it at like 200 or 300 megabytes, and then sometimes I'll have it at like 5 kilobytes left. I'm like, that's why I want to get a new hard drive one of these days. And I'll just transfer. Like, what I'll do is just use it as a slave. I mean, it sounds, when you say that, like, I'm gonna get a slave drive. I'm like, it sounds like you're using someone as a slave, but it's a slave drive is like, you're gonna use that for now, and then move everything else you want over. It's a long process, tedious process to move everything over. But eventually, if I do that, I'll put that in there, in the back there, and I'll just slave it, and I'll just keep going and transferring everything. Takes a long time, but eventually then I'll get rid of the 50 gigabyte hard drive and sell it for $5.99 or something like that. I don't want the 50 gigabytes anymore. I don't, because I just don't, because it's not worth, like, back in the day, back in 2003 when I got the machine, the 50 gigabytes were tons, because we were only sitting on like so many such megabytes, so gigabytes was all good. 1 or 2 gigabytes, that was fine. But now it's like 1 gigabyte is not very much. I mean, it's still a lot, but to compared to other stuff, it's not very much. 1 gigabyte is still quite big, but it's not big enough for for a lot of things. So that's all I wanted to say, really. I don't have anything else to say. My camera, I have to eventually go into London sooner or later. When I was in Long Beach, I fell over when my camera was in front of me, attached to me. Now, luckily, my 200 lens, didn't smash, like didn't come all apart. That was lucky. Didn't, like, the internal glass didn't smash, so I'm lucky. But the thing that screws, like the thing that you twist, the big like line thing that you twist, that's like coming out of this thing. So I gotta take it in and see what I can do. I'll pay top money for that if I have to. Like, my dad's probably gonna go, "Oh, just get another one," but I'm like, I'll pay top money for that. I'm okay with it. I want it fixed rather than get a new one. Because that one I got from a friend called Kevin Moore. I got that one from Kevin. I said, "Oh," we were kind of just chatting during one of the things at Jam, and I said, "Oh, I'm about to sell." Maybe he came up to me. I don't remember exactly. He came up to me, I think, one day and said, "Hey, you looking for a 100 mil or what hell 100 mil, 200 millimeter lens?" And I'm like, "I don't know really." And then I was like, "I don't exactly know into that. I don't know exactly what I said and all." But I know it was something that went down like that. It was like, "Do you want this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, cool, I'll have it." So I bought it from him. One of the days I was at the Tilsonburg. It wasn't an air show, but it was like because they don't really have an air show. They sometimes will have, one year, the last couple of years, they had like a snowbirds, and it was all good. But they don't really have like air show. They just have like a fly fest or a fly day. Usually just a fly day, which seems like an air show, but it's just a fly day. He had it with him, and I said, I'll give you that for $100. And so I just took $100 out. I went to the bank, took $100 out, paid him. So, I mean, like, I'm so glad, because what could have happened was that the whole thing just come apart. Now, my worst thought was that was going to happen. And I just didn't know if that was going to happen or not. I'm like, oh, God. Because what happened was, you know those little, like, you're coming out of an airport, and you put your shopping cart, those little dips in the things, like I was looking left and looking right or something. I just got into there, and my foot slipped, and I fell over. And I'm so glad that lens, I had the cap on it. And I'm so glad that it didn't, like, smash. Like, I know you can only hear me go, but you know what I mean, like crash. What your worst fear of a lens is, like completely torn apart. Like, it's $200 lens, right? But it had its cap on, and it has cap on. It had all it needs to do is get the lens to turn back into its little click on there, and it's done. It's fine. And when I tried to put it back on, I'm like, did I rack it or something? But I forget that I have to turn it that way to the right and then left up. So used to thinking it goes the other way around. Anyways, I want to wrap this up. I'm kind of going off I know that YouTube is 15 minutes unless you want to unlock that by calling yourself. But I think I'm going to leave it to just about 20 minutes, which is a long podcast. But I don't know exactly. Podomatic is where I upload my podcast. I don't know the registered, like, the limit. So I'm going to go to 20 minutes. I still got a minute and a half now. And I'll upload this to Podomatic shortly. I love Podomatic. You should be able to, if you look at, like, iTunes podcast, search Darren Elliott. I know there's a couple other ones, but they should come up with, like, Podomatic, or like a logo like Podomatic. Those are mine, like CarCast and those kind of ones. Definitely check them out, or just go to podcast.com, or not podcast, Podomatic.com. Just search Podomatic.com and search Darren Elliott, and you will be awesome. Now, you can't see, because this is not a video, not what I was going to do, but you can't see this, but if you wanted to, you can see me saluting. Usually my YouTube videos, I finish with a salute. So 19 minutes and 45 seconds, so I'm going to start saying good night and have yourself a wonderful evening. I'm going to stop at 1960 here.